Good morning, Blue Lulus. How you doing? Personally, me, I'm having a hard time today. Like, I'm experiencing a bit of a dark night of the soul, and it sucks because I always picture the movies. Whenever I'm sad on a beautiful day, it just makes it that much sadder. Like, this is going to be the most gorgeous day that we've had in Denver in probably 6 months. Like, you can probably hear the birds. Can you hear them? If you're new to my channel, you know that I was raised by a sociopath, and my father and the Joker have virtually the exact same personality type, and his high school superlative was most likely to be president, which is probably a lot why when things go so off the rails and he's doing such outrageous stuff and nobody says and does anything, it's extra triggering for me because it feels like I'm that little girl again who's like, this is what he's doing, this is bad, like something horrible is about to happen, and everybody would go, oh, come on. I think that you're just exaggerating. Oh my gosh, your teen drama. Calm down. Don't be so dramatic. And uh, we're watching that all happen, but on a global scale. The Joker administration went to court yesterday regarding the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and his lawyer couldn't answer the most basic of questions, like, okay, where is he, and what have you done to locate him so far? And they said, I don't know. Like, what do you mean you don't know? You didn't call? You didn't shoot him a text? You didn't set up a signal chat to try to figure out what you did with this person who is legally here, a person who has an American child and an American wife? You just and that's the best case scenario. The best case scenario is that they are just so reckless that they just lose people. And we all know what the worst case scenario is. And yet still we're all just expected to sit here and do nothing and just enjoy this beautiful day. And it's really hard. I remember screaming from the rooftops the first time that he was in the Casablanca, saying, we will lose our rights. We will not have a right to birth control. We will not have a right to vote. And there will absolutely be rounding people up and putting them in camps and having people just be like, oh my God, you're so dramatic. You're so out there. You're a conspiracy theorist. How could you say something like that? This is Gotham City. We're the most amazing country in the land. How could you possibly think that? And here we are. And if he's capable of doing that to him without any due process, he's capable of doing that to any of us. Every single one of us. He's totally capable of doing that. And everybody's laughing at us. The dollar, the value of the dollar is sinking all around the globe. Hear Me Out on This did an amazing video today. You should go check it out. And she was talking about the ways that cold country media is talking about us and how he's just a bull in a china shop and he's ruining everything, and that they're just cracking up. They just think it's so funny that he is destroying our country and our standing in the world, and that all of us are just a bunch of chumps that are letting it happen. And it was very hard to listen to, as she said. And it's not just the cold country. Everybody, the entire world, is just standing by and being like, what the fuck, you guys? And they're not wrong. It's being reported that the Joker administration is asking for any federal employees to report any behavior that's not Christian. Having 14 kids by 5 baby mamas is unchristian. Having 5 kids by 3 different baby mamas is unchristian. Cheating on those spouse with stars that like to eat corn is incredibly unchristian. Lying every single other word that comes out of your mouth is incredibly unchristian. The people that are wearing that stupid pin with his silhouette emblazoned on it, double chin and all, that's incredibly unchristian. What are you talking about? And I'm a follower of Christ. I go to church every Sunday, and watching them do stuff like this is so sad, because if you find a church that actually walks the walk and talks the talk, it can bring a lot to your life. I'm quite sure that my grandma lived as long as she did because she had a wonderful church family, and it was a sense of community that I feel like our society is grossly lacking. And doing stuff like that is just forcing people away. It's making people more isolated, more sad, and have less hope. And it's just, ugh. Dark night of the soul today, friends. Ugh. I don't want to live in Gilead. I don't want to live in Saudi Arabia. I don't want to live in the cold country. And they're trying so hard to make it like this. And there's been so many videos about the Gen Zers saying, well, how do I survive a recession? This is worse than a recession. It's not just that we're going to be a little bit broke for a while. If nothing changes, I don't think recession is the right word. But I just have to tell myself the same thing that I tell anybody else who's experiencing despair, and that's that despair is the feeling that tomorrow could not possibly be better than today. And that is always a lie. It can get better. Sometimes it just makes it really hard to see that. So I need to tell myself that, and I know that there's probably some of you that do too. I hope you do get to try your best to enjoy this beautiful day today. I hope you drink some yummy coffee. I hope you eat a yummy snack. And as always, keep your eyes up, keep your feet on the ground. I'll see you next time. Ta-ta!